Hi, my name is Fatima Iqbal and I'm with Azzad Asset Management. We're here today with Christian Greiner, the lead portfolio manager for the Azzad Ethical Fund in their offices in Chicago. So thanks for having us, Christian.
Oh, no problem.
To get us started, can you give us a little bit of a background about how stocks performed overall in the fourth quarter of 2015?
Sure. So for the fourth quarter of 2015, the S&P 500 was up about 7% over those 3 months. Year to date, it finished up about 1.4% when you account for the dividends that get paid out through the year. For the mid-cap growth space, mid-cap growth underperformed a lot of areas of the market in fourth quarter. It was only up about 4.1%. Year to date, that left it down about 0.2%, once again, if you count for all the dividends. For what drove market outperformance during the quarter, and really for 2015, what you see was that consumer discretionary and healthcare outperformed, and underperformers, with no surprise really to anybody, of course, would be the materials and the energy sector. The energy sector itself was down 20%. So when you take a look at some of the broader themes in the market, large caps outperformed small caps by a pretty healthy margin. But you also saw growth outperform value again. We've seen this happen over the last few years, but this time it was a particularly large gap with growth outperforming value by over 7%.
Okay, so how did this affect the Azzad Ethical Fund? What were some of the things that helped?
Well, what helped us in the fourth quarter was stock picking in the energy and material space. And while these are relatively small parts of the market overall, especially in the mid-cap growth space, stock picking does matter. And where we were in energy was in some of the safer names. We were sort of got out of the exploration and production names that were very volatile as the price of oil went down, especially in December. Another thing that helped was in healthcare. We've been moving from biotech into more of the healthcare and equipment space. We made some investments in some dental equipment companies, 3 of them in particular, that really helped our performance in that space.
Okay, great. And so it was a tough year. What were some of the things that hurt the fund in the fourth quarter?
Well, really, what really hurt the fund during the fourth quarter was something that we had a problem with throughout 2015, and that was within the consumer sectors. We're talking about consumer staples and consumer discretionary. The press has made a lot about brick and mortar retailers having a lot of problems. We were in some of those, and they had some really disappointing growth. And we sold off some of our disappointments in the fourth quarter and moved on from those. We also had some problems with consumer durables, which were the ones that sort of sell into those brick and mortar stores with their own brands. Within the staples space, we also had a couple disappointments. We have a couple names that are focused on health food space in particular, and they had some disappointing earnings.
All right. Well, thank you again to Christian of Ziegler Capital Management, the lead portfolio manager of the Azzad Ethical Fund, for talking to us today about how the fund did in the fourth quarter of 2015. Thanks again, Christian.
No problem.
Please check out other videos that we have on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Azzad Funds. For Azzad Asset Management, I'm Fatima Iqbal. Thank you.